welcome back to the shop. Been a hot minute. I probably haven't recorded anything in, I don't know, 10 months out here except for some shorts. One of the things that I've been doing recently is I've made this Prie Dieu. It's a prayer kneeler, literally French for pray to God. It's got a nice padded kneeler here, foam, bronze tacks around the bottom. All of the wood that this is built out of is spalted ash from here on my property. I cleaned off all the mold that had gotten built up on it, sprayed it down with Clorox, let it sit in a good dry area for a couple of months in my basement where I've got a dehumidifier, and it's got 6 coats of varnish on it. All of this is hand planed and hand finished with cabinet scrapers. It has through tenons on all the joints, and they're wedged with Purple Heart. One of the things that's complicated about doing through tenons like this is that you have to be incredibly precise with the mortise holes. If you're doing a blind mortise, the inside of that doesn't matter. The back face of that doesn't matter. If you're going all the way through, this outside face is incredibly critical. So one of the things that you have to do, there's 2 key things that you have to do. The first one is you have to lay this out very precisely, and you need to cut the fibers with a marking knife or some kind of a knife or gauge on both faces so that when you cut this mortise out, you don't break the fibers out on the outside face. The second thing is I'm using a hollow chisel mortiser. I have a very nice Powermatic. You need to cut halfway through each side, or a little more than halfway, almost 3/4 of the way through each side of the board. So you end up having to make every mortise twice. That's why your layout is so critical. And you can lay the mortises out in such a way that you do one edge and then flip the board end for end and do the other edge. Reset it for the second face of the long mortise cut, and then do it again. One of the complications that I had was that some of these mortises are laid out so that I could use the hollow chisel mortiser the way kind of you would normally use it, and some of them go across the grain, so I had to do it perpendicular to the fence on the mortiser, so a little bit of complication there. But the spalted ash all came out really, really nice. This is going to my church, St. Timothy's Ordinariate Catholic Church that meets in Sykesville, Maryland. Is having a church gala fundraiser tonight, and so I'm literally going to finish shooting this video and put it in the car to take to the gala to be, I'm giving it to the church, and they're going to auction it off as a fundraiser. So we've teased this a little bit, and everybody's, I've got really nice comments and reviews on the pictures that we've shared so far. So I would say that this is probably about a 98% effort, result on my part. There's some very small gaps. I'd have to point them out to most people. The mortise and tenon joints came out really good. I'm very happy with those. And there's maybe some slight gaps on these shoulders, but they're very minimal. So I'm pretty happy with it. It's really hard to get 3 sets of, there's 3 through sets of mortises here, and they're all different, right? Because this goes to the outside face, this one goes to the inside face of the horizontal board, but goes all the way through both boards. So it's the same shoulder length as the bottom piece, but it's got a longer tenon. The outside length is the same as this outside length. And then the one that's underneath of the kneeler is shorter than both of them and has the same shoulder length as the other horizontal, or the other vertical piece that's the vertical support here. I tried to pick color and texture that matched all the way around, and then I tried to pick the best piece that I had available to me for the top plate here. So then the other thing we did is that we carved into the sides over here. We carved into this a logo, a stylized version of a logo that's been made for St. Timothy's in the last couple of years. Our priest, Father Armando Alejandro, did a really nice job laying out this new kind of reboot the church logo that we'd had for many, many years. The church was founded in 1844. And I just did this in Fusion and outlined the key elements of this. Timothy was a bishop, and so this has got some elements of the bishopric in it. It's got 3 stones where Timothy, and a club, and Timothy was martyred. He was stoned and clubbed to death for his faith. So that we've gotten that on both outside faces of this. This is kind of treating this as a prototype for a set that we would make for a new church building that we're looking for property in order to build a new church building. All right. So there's I need to catch up on some of the B-roll here, and then this goes in the car. All right. Thanks for watching. Any comments, any questions, leave me a comment in the video. I am thinking about making plans available for this. If somebody would be interested in having plans for a couple of dollars, let me know. I actually would probably end up doing a full CAD model of this, as well as making a printable PDF available. All right? Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and do all that stuff, and I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.